Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in to my channel again today. This video is actually kind of a different one because it's kind of a foundation review, another foundation review, but it's a foundation that I have actually used before. I'm actually going to be reviewing my first foundation that I ever used 10 years ago. I started wearing makeup when I was 18. That was when I literally started wearing makeup. That's when I wore my first foundation. Before I used to wear like lip gloss or whatever, just simple stuff, but I never really cared about makeup so much. The way it is now, things have definitely changed a lot. Like my sister started wearing makeup from maybe like 14, maybe even 13, 14 or 15, and it's just getting so like younger and younger these days. I remember, you know, years ago, when I decided, okay, I want to buy a foundation, I want to start wearing more makeup, I went with one of my best friends. She had already started wearing makeup before like I did, and I was like, oh, what foundation do you use? And she told me what foundation it was, and I was like, okay, let's go together, let's go and buy it. And we're like the same shade anyway, like so I ended up just buying her shade or whatever, and that's basically the first foundation I ever started using. And that's this foundation here. This is the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse foundation. This was the first foundation I ever started using. I think it had just come out that year. It was very new foundation 10 years ago, and the fact that it's still here like 10 years later, they're still selling it, even though there's so much foundations out now, so much products, so many brands, you know, but they still sell this. And they have, I think this was the shade I used. This is the darker shade they have, Cocoa. I have a particular way I like my foundations. I love my foundations to be, you know, full coverage and matte finish and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, this is going to be interesting to do a makeup look with this foundation and see what it looks like. Is it good? Is it horrible? You know, obviously over time I did change the foundation. I can't remember how long I started using it, but I did use it for a while. Like I remember buying it again for a little bit before I started moving on to, I think probably after this I probably started using MAC. I think that's everyone probably moved on to MAC after their first foundation, whatever that was, whether it was Fashion Fair or Mary Kay or whatever. I'm actually going out today, so this is a bit much a risk because I could actually end up looking crazy right now if this doesn't match me or if it looks funny. I don't know, but I've done my eyebrows and I've done my eye makeup. You know, I just did something just very simple. It's new. You can see I haven't even opened it. I'm gonna open it now. So taking the packaging off. Ooh. So that's the foundation, and it says it's got SPF 18 in it. Like I said, it's Cocoa. It says with primer on the lid here. It says with primer. So I'm guessing that's something new. They've added like a primer mixed in with it. Okay. It doesn't have any kind of like package, like any, you know, when products say they do this and that, it doesn't say anything. But obviously it's called Dream Matte Mousse, so I'm guessing it should be a matte finish, which I do like, and it's a mousse type of texture as well. So that's it. So we're gonna get into it. So I'm just gonna moisturize my face with this Premae Harmony Balancing Lemongrass Balm. It's for combination and oily skin. Premae is a skincare company. They do like vegan skincare. I'm not a vegan or anything, but you know, obviously do like to use good stuff for my skin. That's it there. So I'm just going to use that to just moisturize first. Just come up to the camera so we can just, you know, get a closer look at what's going on. So I'm all moisturized now. I'm going to use my my Makeup Forever Base Mattifying Primer. I'm going to use my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Chestnut. This is my skin shade, and I like to use it just to conceal dark areas. I like to give obviously foundations a fair chance and just use, you know, do the same routine I would do with any foundation. Real Techniques buffing brush. Okay, onto the foundation. So I'm going to touch it first. It's definitely, so once you touch it, you can definitely start seeing the mousse effect in there, and it feels quite light, and actually it feels almost a bit stodgy. but light at the same time. I can't explain it, but it feels a bit stodgy. That's it on my fingers. This is the only shade that looked like it will match me, so I don't know if it's going to be too light or too dark, but this was literally, I think this is their darker shade anyway. This Real Techniques foundation brush, and I'm just going to take some and just start to apply that. It looks kind of, I don't know if it looks dark, or I feel like it's just my shade, to be honest. I think it matches me. The texture is very strange to me because I'm just very used to liquid. So I'm just taking that brush again, that Real Techniques brush, and I'm just blending that in. Coverage is actually alright, to be honest. The coverage is alright. I would say it's like a medium coverage, but it's not too light. It's actually, the coverage is actually not bad. It feels, I don't know, I wouldn't say that it feels matte. It feels a bit greasy, a little bit. It feels a bit greasy, like it's got oil in it. Coverage is not bad. Not bad. Okay guys, I have to say it's actually not bad. It's actually not bad. Like, I really thought that this was gonna be like, oh my gosh, I hate this. Like, will come through. So I'm just gonna take my beauty blender just to further blend that in a little bit. Even though, to be honest, it's blended fine actually. But I like to just go in with my beauty blender anyway. Just to, you know. This actually looks good. Okay, alright. So next I'm just going to highlight as I usually do. And obviously that's just to see what it, you know, if it reacts with the, if it blends well with the concealer, if it reacts, if it, you know, does something funny, if it starts to like, you know, crack or whatever. So I'm using Fawn from LA Girl. So far, so good. It's blended in nicely, nothing crazy is happening. Like, it's not cracking or creasing or nothing weird is happening, basically. So far, so good. So I'm just gonna conceal my nose, my forehead. That's all blended up nicely. Looks good, looking good. I'm just still quite shocked about this foundation. Like, it actually looks good. This set, of course, with my Sacha Buttercup setting powder. I just added some white eyeliners to my waterline, and yeah, so far so good. So I'm just going to dust the powder off and just start finishing off the look and just see how everything looks at the end. My Black Up powder, my 2A cake. I feel like this is the only powder that really helps me kind of get back to my true color after like highlight. Really brings that warmth back, which I love. So to contour and to bronze, I'm just going to use my Pro Base powder by MUFE, and this is in the shade Cocoa. This powder is amazing for contour. It's dark enough for contour, and it's like £2.50 or £3. Like, seriously, if you're looking for a contour powder and you don't want to spend too much, I definitely recommend this. Blush, I'm using my MAC Raizin blush. Okay, so I've just added mascara to my bottom lashes, and now I'm just going to set my face with the Bodescu facial setting spray. MAC lip liner in Bittersweet. Sleek Matte Me lipstick in Birthday Suit, which is actually finished. I need to buy a new one. NYX Lip Lengerie in Corset. I'm gonna highlight with my favorite highlighter at the moment, and that's the New Makeup Celestial Radiant Highlighting Dust. This is the finished look. What do you guys think? Guys, this Dream Matte Mousse foundation, like seriously, like yeah, it's I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely was like, I know I'm gonna hate it, like, because it was a foundation I used 10 years ago, like 10 years ago when I was 18. I'm 28 now, so 10-11 years ago. This is the first foundation I used, so I was just like, come on, I'm sure this is not going to be good. There's so many better foundations out there. I'm probably going to hate it. It's going to be streaky, it's going to look funky. I don't know, I'm not going to lie, I was definitely feeling negative about this foundation, which is probably a bit wrong, but that's just how I was feeling, not going to lie. But I am pleasantly surprised. Like, this is the finished look. Like, it looks good. My face is matte. You know, which obviously in a few hours that will obviously come down, but you know, for my initial look, I always like to look, you know, look matte, look, you know, and this is how my makeup would normally look like when I finish my makeup. Seriously, it's blended well with the concealer. There's no creasing or anything like that. I thought I was going to use it this one time for the video and probably chuck it in the bin or something, but I'll leave it here. I'll leave it here on the side. You never know, like, might just reach for it again, you know. So yeah, if you're looking for affordable foundation, $6.99 or $7.99, I honestly can't remember, but of course I'll put the information once the video is ready. Okay, yeah guys, seriously, this foundation is definitely a thumbs up for me. I haven't seen how it worked out throughout the day. I will try and put in maybe some Snapchats or something into the video, so maybe a few hours later I can tell you how it's, you know, looking and how it's working and all that stuff. But honestly, so far I'm in love with the look. I'm happy with the foundation. It looks good. It feels smooth. There's honestly, I don't really have any negatives. I definitely have some more foundation reviews coming for you. I did buy another one that you guys have requested in a couple of my videos, so I definitely will be reviewing that hopefully next for you guys. But yeah, comment below. I want to see comments. What was your first foundation? What foundation did you use first? And would you ever use it again? Like, was it bad? Was it good? Why did you stop using it? Like, comment below. As for now, this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video, and I will see you guys on my next one. Thank you again for watching. Bye. Hey guys, so this is how the makeup is looking after, wait, it's 10:40 now. How many hours is that? Like 8 hours. So this is how it's looking. It's been 8 hours, so I'm definitely turning into a bit of a grease ball right now, but it still looks not bad. It's not bad. I mean, it's been 8 hours and I haven't touched up. This is how we're looking, guys. What do you guys think?